Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is the Love Story Podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
The Love Story one.
The Love Story Podcast, where we are in hot Disney summer. We are in full-blown hot Disney summer today. Which I feel like we should explain why we look the way that we look, because it is hot summer.
We're going to explain why we look the way we look to our podcast listeners.
Well,
I have a face for podcasting, that's for sure.
You have a face for radio, too.
Thank you.
We are once again without our
you have
master
a face
of the
for
helm.
shut up.
Good one. We are here alone in the podcast studio again, figuring it all out on our
Abby,
own.
are you there?
It's me, Margaret. Stop.
What?
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. That was a Judy Blume book.
Oh, I don't know about it.
No, because you were not a young girl coming of age in the 70s, so why would you know
How
that?
dare you tell me what I am? It's 2026.
You are right. You are right.
Thank you.
What are we here for Hot Disney? Well, I was going to explain why we look the way that we look, because we have been working really hard today out in the sunshine.
Yeah,
and
we
it
did a
was
lot
like
of
90
stuff.
degrees, yeah. And on top of that, we went kayaking yesterday. Yeah, we were kayaking, and then we were kayaking for far too long and into the night down the river. Mm-hmm. We had a very, very upset teenager. No, he's not a teenager anymore. Young man with us. And then, yeah, we just went to bed, passed out and went to bed, and then woke up and got right to working. And then, so...
Yeah, for our Sunday day off, it sure turned into
a day of work.
Not that at all.
Yeah.
Par for the course, I suppose.
And now we have homework to do.
Yep.
Or we did our homework. Now we have more work to do.
Yes. So
Yeah, for hot
what are we
Disney summer.
talking about today?
Which one do you want to do? The one that we know by heart, or the one that we watched that you had never seen before?
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, we'll
Let's
do
start
Beauty
with
and the
Beauty
Beast.
and the Beast.
But
Beauty and the Beast.
if we had to pick when we were kids, because there were 3 girls, and like I said, the Aristocats, I was Marie, and then I could tell you which one Lacey was and which one Allie was. But for the Beauty and the Beast, was my character. I was Belle. I wanted to be Belle for Halloween. She was my Disney princess.
Got it.
Lacey, her bed sheets were Little Mermaid bed sheets. Mine were Beauty and the Beast bed sheets. Lacey's were Little Mermaid, so she was...
Oh, you
Ariel,
guys could afford bed sheets, huh? Must have been nice. No, I'm just kidding.
And then Allie had Barney, which is not...
I was a Barney freak. I was a Barney freak.
Wow.
I loved that dinosaur.
Wow. I did not... we could do an all Barney episode someday for you.
No, thank you.
Okay,
That was over 30 years ago. I'm good. I've let it go.
You've got Barney out of your system now? Mm-hmm. So now we're doing Beauty and the Beast. So Belle was I very much related to Belle. She was my princess.
Okay.
Yeah. How many times have you seen Beauty and the Beast?
I have no idea, but a few. I would say probably 5.
Okay.
5 times.
Oh, I've seen it a lot. Gaston, he is just all of the songs in Beauty and the Beast. I feel like I'm very obnoxious to watch Disney movies. I'm not, which I need to be clear, I'm not a Disney adult.
Okay.
And I was not a Disney child, and I am not very deep into Disney anything.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I'm also, there's not really much that I'm that passionate about. You know what I mean? That you could call me a blank adult or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What would you call me? What kind of adult?
I don't know that I would call you an adult.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be a label that.
This is fun. I like how this one's starting. And then I like how you started the sentence with Gaston.
Yeah,
You're definitely not a Disney adult, but you
well-
start sentences with the names of Disney characters.
Okay, well, Gaston is. When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs to help me grow large. Whatever. Now that I'm a man, I eat 5 dozen eggs, and now I'm largely the size of a barge or whatever. It's a lot easier when you've got the music playing. There must be so much more than this provincial life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that, man.
So
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay. Should we start at the beginning of the movie? Or,
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Actually, maybe it would be a good time to mention that there is a Belle appearance in the movie that we're going to be talking about next.
We would talk about that in the next episode.
Okay. Well, Abby can edit it, and wait, what?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh,
in the
I
next
see what you're
episode.
saying.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
God, you are so much better at podcasting than
Thank
me.
you. Thank you for noticing. So at the beginning of the movie, no, we don't see her and her dad until after they leave. She leaves and she goes for a walk about town singing about.
Yeah, doesn't it start at...
As she's walking around town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, doing her, like, there must be so much more than this provincial life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And meeting all the townspeople and the baker and, I need 6 eggs. That's too expensive. And walking around all the people.
Yeah.
And then she's really such a funny girl, that Belle.
Yeah.
So they sing their song about her. And then she goes in and gets a book that
Yeah.
she has read many, many times because at the beginning, Belle is in a love affair with her books.
Yeah.
And she just feels like she is too smart for the town the little provincial town she lives in. So she's going about town and then she goes to the library or to the little bookstore. And then I think it is a library. And then she checks out the book and he's like, you've already read it twice. And she's like, but it's such a great story and whatever. Prince in disguise, the whole thing. And so then she goes off and everyone's like, gosh, she's so weird. And Gaston's like, do you see her? What's his name? Buffoon? Laboo? That's the gal I'm going to marry. What do you think about Gaston as a toxic male figure?
I think he's a toxic male figure.
Interesting. Elaborate on that.
Yeah. It's just very toxic and male
Got it.
figure.
Sure. He has a very, cartoonishly large figure.
Yes.
To go back, when you start to look at love stories, there's kind of 8 different love stories that you run into. You run into romantic characters where you've got Gaston is of the Joey Donner from 10 Things I Hate About You vibe. Just a little bit different. Instead of being a big, svelte hunter, Joey Donner is not big and svelte like Gaston.
Right.
He's more of just rich or whatever. They have some degree of edge over whatever the competition, whatever that may be. And that's kind of what makes Gaston and Joey so hateable.
And a lot of movies have a lot of overlap in that way.
Yeah.
Where characters kind of take on a certain demeanor and characteristics are kind of very similar. All the ladies are
swooning over Gaston.
Over him, but he doesn't want them because they're not the game. They're not
right.
Tough to get,
right,
or whatever. So, yeah.
Is that an appeal?
I think to a certain degree, it shows there's not neediness.
Let me ask you this: is it if, say, one of those 3 blonde triplets that was swooning over Gaston?
Yeah.
Let's say one of them were well, but I suppose there is a difference of you don't even know him yet and he doesn't know you, to say whether or not to say I'm in love with you and I'm just going to put it out there. No, you're not going to have to chase to get me. We have a connection and this is what it's going to be. I think that was when you and I first started dating. We first started talking and it was I'm going to just put it out there. I want to be with you and we have a great time and whatever. But that came from developing some degree of a rapport. I don't know that any one of the blonde triplets is getting that close with Gaston. It's just look how dreamy he is.
Right.
And then, yeah. So that's kind of
I don't know the blonde triplets that well.
Sure.
But I don't think there's a whole lot of substance to their characters.
Right. Not that we see. No.
Throughout.
What about LeFou?
What about him?
What do you know about him?
I didn't talk to him offset.
Oh, got it. Who were you on Beauty and the Beast? What was your role?
I was in and out of the film.
Why? What's
that?
What part?
Throughout.
Got it.
Okay. I have to be honest. It didn't actually happen. I wasn't actually in the film.
So you just made up a story where
I
you were
did.
chatting with blonde triplets, or were you chatting with blonde triplets and you just needed
I
to
knew
cover
that
it
was
up?
a road I should have never went down. They're characters and they're fictitious, and they're animated, but I should have never brought it up.
Who else is a character and fictitious and is animated, but it didn't stop millions of young girls from having a crush on him?
Who?
The Robin Hood Fox.
Okay.
Or Aladdin.
Why do you like the Robin Hood Fox?
Yes, I do.
Oh. I'm mad.
He's not a threat. And also, that was 8-year-old Ashley, so
Got it.
you don't have to growl at 8-year-old Ashley. So back to Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Okay, so the kind of lore of Beauty and the Beast is that it was a true story also.
Based on a true story.
When do you want to get into that? Do you want to just continue to talk about the movie and then go back and talk about the
Well,
lore?
I think we should definitely bring up the Beast before we get into that, because
Any of the lore
a lot
true.
of the story in the lore is centered around
the Beast.
the Beast.
So Belle,
Yeah.
she thinks that she's too smart for the town. I don't really. I guess
I
maybe.
don't think she thinks
No,
that.
I don't think she does.
I don't think she really cares.
Right. She just exists in the town, and the town sees her as weird. They see her dad as weird, who is
Yeah.
the crazy old Maurice.
His dad is a little weird.
He's the kooky inventor.
Her dad is a little
Yeah,
weird.
he's charming. He's kind of the guy, it's like you're just inventing things that nobody really has a need for, you
Yeah.
know? Like if you're going to create a thing, but the people around you have either no need or no means to buy it because it's too expensive.
I don't know, a wood splitter that he's creating a wood splitter, right?
Yes, that
Yeah,
stacks
that
the
is
wood itself.
Very needed.
Does anyone around him, they're talking about 6 eggs being too expensive. Who around him is able to buy?
Right. This is true, but having a need for it and not being able to afford it are two different things.
You know what? And as we're talking about this, he and Philippe went off to the fair. He says,
Yeah.
you know, he said, saddle up, Philippe girl, I'm off to the fair, or whatever. So he was going to an inventor's fair. So
Yeah.
I guess you're right. He built the prototype and then he was taking it to the inventor's fair in Paris to,
Because it worked.
yes, exactly. And then if somebody was to, then they would have money to back him. You're right. Okay, never mind. I got 2. So he actually really is a big picture thinker.
He is.
Crazy old Maurice. So he leaves and he goes off into the woods.
The
and
deep, dark woods.
Yes, he takes a wrong turn. He gets chased by wolves. Philippe freaks out. Philippe is not a homeboy. Philippe is not ride or die. Philippe is the draft horse.
Yeah.
He's getting all like, whoa, what am I gonna do with all these wolves?
What is this wolf doing?
Yes. And then he bucks out of his cart and takes off. And then Maurice is just here. And then the beast comes in and rips the wolves apart and captures Maurice and brings him to the tower.
Yes.
And then that was where that story ends. And then Philippe comes back to the house and he's like, woof, glad I'm back here. And Belle's like, Philippe, what happened? And he's like, I'm a horse.
I can't even talk.
Right.
But
What do I look like? Oh, Mr. Ed?
Okay, and then so Belle decides, goes after
So then she saddles up Philippe.
to go after Papa.
Papa. She calls him Papa. You put the wrong emphasis on the
It's fine.
wrong syllable.
And I think the listeners can follow along. So she goes to the castle, to the beast's castle, where she goes in, right? And then
Yes.
she finds her father.
No, she starts first encountering lifelike creatures. She sees Lumiere, the
Well,
candlestick.
that's fine. All that is fine. I'm just getting to the point of her going to the castle, where
Yes.
the father and her are exchanged.
Yes.
She finds her father in the cell.
Yes. And then she's like,
then-
let's get out of here.
And she's like, and then the beast comes and she's like, I will take his place.
Yes.
He
and
says,
that's basically that.
Okay.
Yeah. And the beast is a giant beast-like human.
Yes.
Why is he a beast?
Why is he a
Yes,
beast?
how did he become that way?
Oh, he's got a curse on him.
What happened is, he in his castle, the same castle that he had, that they are in now, an old beggar woman came
That's
to the
right.
castle.
Yes.
And she was looking for somewhere to stay and whatever. And he turned her away and then wouldn't help her, wouldn't pay her any mind, whatever. And then she suddenly transformed into a beautiful princess. And he was like, no, okay, you can stay.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Hey, girl. Someone had a glow up.
Right.
Yes. And so
Yes.
then, and she's like, except I know that the evil is in your heart or whatever. You're toxic. You toxic. And she's like,
Don't you know that you're toxic?
I love it when you impersonate.
Do you think she would
Spears.
have sang that?
100%. In the Baz Luhrmann remake of Beauty and the Beast, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
And so she curses him, and he has until his 21st birthday or something like that to find
Till the
true
petals
love.
of the rose fall off.
Yes, the
The
enchanted,
enchanted rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then off she goes, and then everyone in the castle is turned into a something. So, like, somebody's turned into a clock, somebody's turned into the maid is turned into a feather duster, one of the butlers, Lumiere, is turned into a candlestick.
Mm-hmm.
Cogsworth, I don't remember what he is, but he's turned into a clock.
Yeah.
The dog is a footstool.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Potts, the cook, is a kettle.
Yes, and then
Her kids
Chip.
are teacups. Yeah. Old Chipper. So now everyone in the castle is transformed, and then Belle shows up, and then everyone in the castle starts chittering about how, like, this could be the one to break this bell.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
Which makes
I
you think,
hate
has
him.
there been a lot of
Women that have come through
these
there?
women that he has captured? Or was that his plan?
To capture women?
No, to capture the father so that the daughter would come.
Like, he's been, if we get the backstory.
I don't think it would go that deep, but Could.
But how did he know that he had a daughter then? That he was worth kidnapping?
I don't know. That's the only way. Unless you looked him up on Facebook.
Oh, I bet he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
cute daughter.
Yeah.
I bet she'll come to his
yeah.
rescue.
Yeah. He's the only living relative. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he went and cross-crept on her Instagram and was scrolling through her grid and was like, okay, seeing all the things that she's into. Oh, looks like she's super into reading. Well, I better have the West Wing locked off so she can't go in there.
Yeah. I think that's probably what happened.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
In the Baz Luhrmann remake of Beauty and the Beast, that would happen.
Who is Baz Luhrmann? Why do you keep bringing that up?
He did The Great Gatsby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I do like the Beast lying in his castle on his bed.
With his toes hanging out, just kind of curled up, and he's got his
little curlers in his hair.
Curlers.
Yes.
Yeah. He's hanging out, just
scrolling his phone,
having a little munchies of popcorn.
Yes. Having his little girl dinner, and he's just like, okay, I wonder who.
Blowing his nails.
Yeah. Okay, so if we get Maurice out here, then that means that Belle will come to his rescue. We can only hope.
All we have to do is hire the wolves to attack the horse.
There you go.
Done deal.
Yep. Get her out here, and then we will woo her with our charm and wit.
My darling.
Yes.
We are so not very far into the movie.
That's fine. I don't know what else there really is to talk about.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So then, so now she takes his place, and she's like, I hate him, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'll stay in here forever. And then the armoire is like, you can't stay in here forever, dear. You know, you'd go down to dinner, because he's like, will you come and have dinner with me? Which is a little bit of like, maybe too soon, Beast. You know, maybe like you literally just captured her.
The entire movie is so messed up.
What is messed up about it?
Stockholm Syndrome much?
Yeah, okay, but also...
Sorry about kidnapping your dad and then switching you out and kidnapping you, and he is a beast. He's a total meanie
so do you think...
to her the entire time.
But he has a rough exterior and a tough outer shell.
Absolutely not.
And then she comes in and she cracks in and shows him...
What about him is lovable?
Endearing, when he's feeding the birds and they all land on him and he's like, look...
That is way later, when she has like put up with his
toxicity,
intimidating her. And
I do.
She's a prisoner there, but she like loves him for what? Why?
For the tender heart
that he might have that he never shows.
There is a reason why millennial women are the way that we are.
Okay.
And it is because of Disney.
Disney.
Yes. Because I mean, there is a romanticism.
So if I had horns and was covered in hair,
can you talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this. I talk like this. And I'm like, I scare you and I like growl at you and like
that's an emotional roller coaster.
Mad about nothing, so you would fall in love with me?
If you started to show...
But it's me, though, so it's...
Right,
like kinda,
exactly.
It's hard not to.
And then, so there is the... Yes, I understand the Stockholm Syndrome-ness of it. And so then there is the... He's rough and tumble. We know why he is the way that he is. Because look at what he has to deal with. He's a beast. And he has no company.
Yeah.
He's here with all of these...
So since... Yeah, throughout his entire existence, he was a total dirtball.
Yes, but he has to learn to love.
It's ridiculous.
No one has shown him love.
It is ridiculous that she falls in love with him.
Do you think
for
she would
no
be
reason
better off with Gaston? Who would you put Belle with if she's on the dating game? And we've got Bachelor number one.
Absolutely neither.
Okay. So we've got Bachelor number one, Bachelor number two, and Bachelor number three.
Yeah.
Who's the mystery third Bachelor that you are
a nerd? A total nerd. That's who I'd put her with.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
He's a character not on the show?
Yeah.
What about LeFou or whatever?
Little dude with the goofy teeth?
The little Gaston sidekick?
No, absolutely not. I'm trying to think of a Disney character that I would like to see her with.
You keep thinking on that because her ending up with the Beast, it does, like you said, it is a little bit of a bummer because he's a jerk. He's a total jerk.
He is a total jerk throughout 90% of the movie.
Yeah. And what is it that he's really learning?
Right.
You know,
and in the past, you find out that he was a dirtball too.
Right. So has he really put in the work? Like, what has changed? Is it also, okay, fine, as long as someone loves me?
Right.
Like, I love her because whatever.
She loves me.
Because she's a beautiful lady, which is what we know appeals
Right.
to the Beast.
Right.
Right. And so then the only thing that makes Belle appealing to him is the fact that, like, okay, yes, she, like, tolerated him and she, like, taught him things and she challenged him a little bit and whatever, which there is, like, a little bit of that, you know. She pushes back a little, she challenges him, but ultimately she still becomes a part in his orbit.
Yeah.
And he can just behave however he wants to behave. And then, as long as she has value to him, in that she cares about him, that's why he cares about her. But then, as soon as they start having hiccups in the relationship, then what happens?
Yeah. I don't think we don't have enough information about him as a changed man to say definitively whether or not he's actually changed. But then with the essence of the curse or whatever, with the enchanted rose, because people can come to a point where they like, okay, I'm not living my life like this anymore. And then be different from there on out. So maybe this curse knows that's a for real thing. It must, right?
Sure.
Because it's not just an act of I'm not
Like we're
a
just
total jerk
lusting
right
after
now.
each other.
Right.
Yeah. That he has to have truly changed
Yeah,
and
that's
touched
what I
his
mean.
heart.
That's
Sure.
what I'm saying.
It does feel like but it starts in the fall and they go through the winter. And then I think they're into spring by the time.
Yeah.
And Maurice, it was I really don't think it was that long of a relationship.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that long
I
of
don't know. The
imprisonment.
Beast just has there's some issues with the story, you know?
Yeah.
There really is.
Well, especially because
And-
the second that someone changes for, like, and there's a lot of external pressure.
Yeah.
All of his wards, like, don't want to be
and
a
he
candlestick
doesn't,
anymore.
and they don't care about that. He doesn't care about any of that. He's abusive to them too.
Right.
The entire time.
That is true.
I think the only thing that would indicate that he actually makes a real change is the curse.
Sure. But what breaks the curse is when he kills Gaston.
He lets her go, right?
Yes.
He's like,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
So
As if to say, like, if you love something, let it go, and if it's meant to be yours, it'll come back to you.
yeah.
Because then she
You see what I
leaves.
mean? Where the story is a little
Right.
maybe
Because then
not
even then
so.
he still keeps spying on her. No, does he give her the magic mirror? He looks in the looking glass. Well, that's when she gets the looking glass when she's in with the armoire. And then so she does get to kind of peek in on how he is when he's, and so she leaves and he's just like forlorn.
Yeah.
And so and then the townspeople go, because yes, he does say, go be free.
Yeah.
And then,
But that's not the change, right?
no, the townspeople come back to kill him, and
Yeah.
he's just like, whatever, fine, kill me. If I can't have Belle, then I'll just die.
So that's what changes him? That's when the change happens? Or he's hurt, right?
He gets hurt because Gaston comes in to kill him.
Does she cry and then a tear?
Yes. Turns him into a human.
Yeah.
And-
okay. So it has nothing to do with him again, you know?
Right.
She cries on him. So is it because somebody fell in love with him? Is that what changes the
Yeah.
curse?
Yeah, that's what it is.
So there's no change. So there's no,
Someone had to
he
learn
has
to love
one
him.
act.
Yeah.
One act of altruism, and he just
So he just had to dupe a young lady
Yes,
into
into
falling
crying
in love
on
with
him.
Yeah. Yes. That is kind of true, because the whole curse is like someone needs to learn to love you despite the way that you look, basically.
okay. So
And
it hasn't he has no accountability for change whatsoever.
No. The only thing is that if she didn't love him,
So he got lucky.
yeah, he got lucky. He fell for someone who,
Yeah.
well, but this does come with the lore, which is,
The lore is very interesting.
it
That's
was a
pretty cool.
book, yeah. So Beauty and the Beast was a book that was written in 18 something and then adapted.
1700s.
Or sorry, yes, 17 something.
1750s and then adapted in the 1770s, right?
Yeah, something like that. 40s and 70s, something like that. Yeah, it feels like there was not nearly enough time. If I write something and then I'm still alive and someone's like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
people
change it.
People were old at
Okay, even if it was like,
25
hey,
back
my
then.
mom just died and you're rewriting her story,
Yeah.
I would be
maybe.
like, you're gonna pay me a lot of money for the right to my estate
Yeah.
to be able to do that. So Beauty and the Beast was La Belle and La Brute or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and then rewritten.
So the Beast was a man born with a condition where lots of hair grows
Because
on
that's
him.
based on the true story.
Yeah. Yes.
Of-
Oh, you're talking about the book.
Yeah.
I was talking about the real.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
book was based on a true story
Yes.
in the French countryside.
Yeah.
And he was, what's the condition called where he grows a ton of hair? Hypertrichosis.
Hypertrichosis.
Yep.
I was circling that.
Yes.
So he has hypertrichosis where he grows hair all over his body, and he is captured. He's kidnapped.
Yep, as a 10-year-old.
Yep, and then brought to the French court because he's brought to the king right away.
He's captured, and the king is like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep you as a pet.
Yeah. So he's brought as a curiosity, and the king keeps him.
And then it became a fun thing of like, well, I wonder if we can tame this wild man.
Yeah. And then they give him a good education and
Make a nobleman out of him.
yep. Then the king dies from jousting injuries.
Yep. King Henry II.
Yes. So the beast is married. The court comes up with an experiment.
His his late
yes,
wife.
the King
Yes, Catherine.
Henry II's ex
Late wife.
late wife, yes,
Widower.
decides, ooh, it would be fun if he was married to someone.
Yes, like Married at First Sight
Yeah.
kind of reality show.
Prearranged marriage. Yeah.
Yes. Who can I find to marry him? I want to find someone absolutely beautiful to marry him and then see what happens. And so she picks one of her like ladies in waitings, like one of her servants' daughters or whatever, who's beautiful, and marry him off to see what happens. And all she knows is that she's marrying a nobleman,
Yes.
and that's it. So he
Yep.
goes off and they get married.
And then they end up. So this is the real story, right?
Yeah.
Not the book. And they end up going around the country and
Presumably falling in love.
yes, yep, they do. And I'm ad-libbing right now.
Okay, got it.
They do fall in love, and you can see right on Facebook their status.
Yeah.
He's married.
Yeah.
They're both into it and,
Yep.
and proud of it. And they
And they not just married, but also married too, and then they take their partner.
yeah, they
They're
take their
that
partner
happily
and they
married.
have kids.
Yep.
And then the kids have the
Two
same.
of I think it was like two of the kids had hypertrichosis.
I thought it was two girls and a boy.
I thought they had six kids, 6 or 7
I'm
kids.
pretty sure it's but two girls and one boy
Oh,
have this
had
condition.
it, yes.
Have this condition where they grow their
Hypertrichosis.
hypertrichosis, and then they tour the country, going to different courts and being curiosities, and they build a reputation. Then they settle in Italy eventually.
I think they settled in Italy, but I think the children were given away as like pets, basically.
Oh, I did not remember that. But
Yeah, that was part of it. The
Yes,
thing
I
of
do
it is
remember that,
like
yeah.
this is only like anything that we didn't, even like what we learn in the history books, anything that we weren't actually physically there to see and has like proper documentation of it,
Yeah.
it's all just lore anyway. So this
Yeah.
may not have happened. Who knows?
Right. I'm not a historian.
Right.
I wasn't there.
Right.
What did you say I was? Or I also wasn't even. I wasn't even a woman coming of age in the 70s.
No, you were not.
So what
And
do I know?
I don't know how to find them on Facebook. I don't know how to search their French names.
Yeah. God darn it. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So just give us some time.
To do the homework that we were supposed to
Yeah.
do for this podcast
Yeah. That we're doing right now.
that we are actively doing.
Yes.
It's, I mean, kind of a bummer that they captured this like 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I would like to know what his family life was like.
Right.
I would imagine he wasn't just a feral 10-year-old running around without anyone to care for him.
Right.
So then all of a sudden,
Yeah, but they were really tough on different.
Yes.
You know, I mean, arguably a condition like that would be very difficult, even in today.
even today, yeah.
Today, I mean, you would still be considered
Kind of
a
a
curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you could, in today's day and age, you could
turn it into some big bucks. That's for sure.
Absolutely, you
You
could.
know, I mean,
Make an OnlyFans,
not
have
that
people braiding your face hair.
Oh, stop it, please.
But, and then also, if you didn't want to have it, you could laser hair removal it.
Yeah.
So I just don't think that hypertrichosis in the 21st century would be as much of a death sentence as it was in the 15th
Right.
century.
That was the point that I was making. Is that
Except I got there first, so.
you didn't, but we'll let you have it.
Cool. So that's the lore. Do you want to know how much time we have left
Yeah.
to keep talking? 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Yes.
I get
How
to
much more
sit-
can we say
I
about?
get to sit with you for 8 more minutes.
You sure do. Who would you like to hook Belle up with?
I was thinking Eric from.
Here's why not that. He's kind of a dullard.
Is he?
Eric from Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
He's just a pretty rich boy.
Darn it.
Yes, or he's
Then
like a pretty military
Then
guy.
Aladdin.
I don't think Aladdin would be a good match for her.
You don't?
No, I don't, because Aladdin is kind of like charming
Okay,
and
Ashley,
exciting.
then who?
Well,
Who
let's
would
talk
you
about
set
this.
her up with?
Let's talk about this.
Because your options were terrible too.
Well, Bachelor number 1 and Bachelor number 2.
Yes.
But Aladdin, I think, he's too cheeky and charming for her. I think Belle is like, absolutely not, no boys. Oops, I can't say that. Absolutely not.
No F boys.
Yes, absolutely not, no F boys. Like, she's not here. Belle is like, I am like a mature woman. I want more than this provincial life. She does want some adventure, I would say. But I think she wants like introverted adventure. I think she wants to see the sights. I don't think she necessarily needs to be like, and now let's go down to this like, ship's hull and have a dance or whatever.
That's one thing too in Disney movies it's either a boy who goes on an adventure or you know nothing about the Prince Charming or whatever.
Right.
You know nothing about them.
No.
So that's kind of interesting. There's not a real good, I can't think of a story that has a real good balance, but besides like Pocahontas.
We'll have
has
to
like
do that one,
that
too.
has a balance of, you know what I mean, where you
Yeah.
get to know both the male and female
Yeah.
character. But Pocahontas is such a messed up story.
Yes, we'll do
But-
that one in the future.
But
Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
He's kind of a dullard. We have Prince Charming from...
if you talk about a dullard,
Is Prince Charming Cinderella, or is that... No, that's Sleeping Beauty, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Prince Charming.
And
he's
who's
a
Snow
total
White?
dullard.
I feel like there's more than one Prince Charming, isn't there?
I'm sure there is, yeah. We'll have to do... We're not doing research on those. Right now, we're just trying to find who would Belle's appropriate match be. If I was to set Belle up
What
with
about the dude
someone-
from Treasure Planet?
I think... I
He's
still
another
think
one
he's too
that
much
is
of a scoundrel.
A scoundrel? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard. There's kind of slim pickings for...
Yeah, for good
for-
princes. It's just the character of the show just gets served up who she gets served up.
I
and
think
that's
Aladdin's
just-
got to be the best one out there, though. He's just a wholesome cat and does the right thing. And
he's an F boy.
no, he's not.
Aladdin
How?
is too.
How
because
is
he comes up and he
Aladdin
tries
an
to like
F-boy?
sway the princess, and he's lying. He's thieving.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah. He's not a street rat. Riff rat.
He's into some riff-raff,
street
though.
rat. I don't buy that.
Maybe Tarzan.
Sure, I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I said that wrong. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but Jane is pretty lit, right? She's legit.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're talking about like who, let's just pretend Tarzan and Jane never met.
Okay.
Sure.
I would definitely go with Tarzan.
Tarzan
yeah.
I think he'd be the one that I would say, because he's like, he knows things and he knows how to take care of business, and he's also like,
What about Quasimodo?
I could see Belle and Quasimodo. If we're talking about she falls in love regardless of what someone looks like or
Yeah,
anything
that's-
like that.
Yeah.
And Quasimodo is a very sweet, can only assume a tender lover.
How much importance is there to have attractiveness in the equation
For Belle?
for anyone? You know.
Well, I think that's the thing, is like what's inside then reflects to the outside. Maybe Belle wouldn't necessarily like be walking by and be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Quasi." But like if he's bachelor number 3 and he's like, "I like to sit up in my bell tower." They're both from France, and so they
Yeah.
have that in common right away.
That's what I was saying, is that you see in Hunchback of Notre Dame, you see
Yeah, Belle
Belle
goes
walking
walking
through the
by.
streets,
Yeah,
yeah.
walking through the courtyard reading her book. And so they live in the same town. They would probably match on Tinder.
Yeah, probably. I do sculptures.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm an artiste. I
little
sit-
sculptures in my
Yes.
spare time.
Yes, I create toys for children. Actually, it's more like toys for like miniatures. He creates miniatures.
Yeah, little sculptures.
Yes,
yeah.
for
Wouldn't
display.
that be a sculpture still?
Yeah, I was going down the path of like he creates toys for children and
Got
whatever,
it.
but no, he creates miniatures. So he has created a miniature townscape, and she is just like, could you imagine her moving from the French countryside into the big city?
Right.
And to be up in the bell tower. I think Quasimodo
That would
is
be freezing.
okay. They don't have to stay in the bell tower.
Okay.
But when he goes to work and he's like, "Hey, babe," he like swings in on a bell
Yeah.
rope, and he's like, "Hey, babe, want to come to work with me today?" And she was like, "Oh, Quasi, I'll come to work with you."
Quasi, I'm gonna hang out with the gargoyles
With
today.
the gargoyles, yeah.
With the gargs.
Yeah.
Me and the gargs are gonna hang out.
We're gonna hang out, and we'll read, and you tend to your miniatures, and
Yeah.
I do think so.
Yeah, Quasi. I don't know. Tarzan is pretty. I like Tarzan.
But that's a dramatic life change for both of them, you know? And so you have to take that into consideration, too. I don't know that Belle, she doesn't know much about living in the jungle.
Right. But
you know?
Tarzan has shown that he would move for a woman.
Yeah.
He would leave the jungle.
That's true.
Maybe he comes to live in their village and kicks the crap out of Gaston. Tarzan and Gaston, that would be a
facing off.
That would be a good fight.
Gaston would be all guns.
And no guns.
No guns.
Tarzan, 100%.
Okay. What weapons do they get to use?
Nothing.
No weapons, just
hand-to-hand combat. Yep.
Okay. Oh, Tarzan for sure.
Yeah.
Gaston would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
It would be as if it was like you've got this like heavyweight champ, but it's really not even a heavyweight champ. He's just like
he's not
the
even
big guy. No,
the unchallenged heavyweight. He's just a heavyweight that's never been challenged because he's a heavyweight. And then you've got a
lithe Tarzan,
light heavyweight coming in and just
pummeling him. And like it would be a game. It would just be he'd be like a little.
I'm picturing
fly.
Evander Holyfield. He was small for a heavyweight, and he just came in and did work.
And he got his ear bit off because he was
part of it
winning.
Yeah, because Tyson had no idea what to do.
Right, and so then he just went rogue and chomped his ear off.
Yeah.
That would be Gaston.
He was super frustrated.
Yes.
Gaston would do that.
Gaston totally. If they got into it, mano a mano, yes.
But Tarzan grew up in the jungle, dude.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
You're not messing around.
No,
if you're gonna
especially
bite,
because
let's do this.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, you want to bite. Gaston would spit a piece of his bloody ear out, and then Tarzan would I think he would
lick it.
Eat it. Yeah, he would pick his ear up and he would eat it.
Yes.
And then with blood dripping down from his mouth, then it would be like, all right,
let's go.
Boom. Now that this is actually happening, you crossed the line, you broke the rules. Okay, baby. Yep. And Quasimodo and Belle are just like, we literally want nothing to do with this. We're just going to go hang out in the bell tower.
Stop fighting.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
You savages. Yeah.
Yeah, and they would just go hang out because Quasimodo is a lover and Belle is just minding her own business. I think that would be if we had to give bios. Bachelor number 1 is an avid hunter. She'd see him on Tinder, Gaston with his deer head or whatever, and she would just swipe. Yeah. Not a chance.
No problem. Is Tinder left or right?
I think you swipe right if you match.
Match, okay.
Yes, because you have to go the opposite. If you're paging through, and you're like, "Ooh, I like that," then you swipe right. But you swipe left if you don't want it. So she would totally swipe left on Gaston. And then you have, next, the Beast. You've got a pretty ambiguous picture. You can't really tell which one is him, picture of the Beast and all of his bros. And you're just like, which one of these is the one that I like? You have to just assume that all of them are of some degree of mild attractiveness. And then you read the bio and you're like, okay, whoever.
So it is important. So then Quasimodo's got no shot.
No, but here's what I'm saying. It would be like a picture because the Beast he's a big hairy creature.
Yeah.
So it would have to be a picture of the Beast with a couple of his friends, and you would assume that the Beast is he's got his pet in the picture. You think that you're swiping for this guy and he's got his pet in the picture.
Wow.
You swipe for the pet,
Yeah.
And you read the bio and you're like, okay, whatever. And it would be even though he's not a super nice guy. Quasimodo would definitely use a filter, and he would definitely, if we're talking about Tinder.
This is I feel like you're making it so unachievable for anybody to, because now you're saying Quasimodo would lie.
No, a filter.
A filter is a lie.
Is makeup a lie? Are my fake eyelashes right now a lie? If I walk out of the room and I take my eyelashes off, you're like, get out of my house. I thought you had.
You don't think that's
8-inch long
You
eyelashes.
don't think that's different than a filter?
I do think it's different. No, I don't think it's different than a filter. If Quasimodo,
that's a really interesting point.
Quasimodo has a picture taken of him, and you can kind of see maybe he's got
I've never used a filter ever on any picture.
So it would be essentially we'll play around with our phones later and see what you look like with a filter on.
I'm not going to do that.
It's just going to smooth your pores and clean up your... But here's the thing. I'm also not saying this as a person who uses filters.
Honey, I don't need pore smoothing. Okay? My pores are fine.
If this was a CoverGirl audition...
Yeah, I wouldn't make it.
Right.
Wouldn't
That's all
make
I'm
it.
saying.
See? Thank you.
But that's the thing, though, is this is not a CoverGirl audition. Quasimodo is just... If Quasimodo was going on the dating apps, that's already a very vulnerable place to be. Mm-hmm. And he's putting himself out there.
Tinder's a very vulnerable place to be.
If he's going on the dating apps?
All right.
Yeah. So he puts himself out there. He'll use a filter just to be like, okay, I have to meet you first and see, put his best foot forward, his best self. Maybe he's going to turn, give his best side, whatever. Lean into the hunch, not away from it,
No.
And then, I think Belle would absolutely swipe. And then she would be maybe a little bit like, you don't really look like your picture, but he's still charming. So Belle would definitely fall in love with Quasimodo.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So what are their chances of Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, see, at first I would have thought that the Beauty and the Beast chances were like rock solid because, she learns to love him for who he is and whatever. But you do make a really solid argument that who he is not that great.
No, it's not.
And it's not about him holding himself accountable in any way. And there's also no, real work that's being done because he still is snapping and lashing out even up until the end, up until he sends her away, and then he's depressed because he's like, yeah, okay. At the best thing we can say for the Beast is that he was like, fine, maybe keeping you as a prisoner is not a good idea.
Right.
And so that is that.
Yeah, I would say 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I would definitely. It's an abusive relationship eventually, even if they did, let's say, they continue to stay together and they go off and get married or whatever. It still is he's just kind of a bad guy. She's going to end up being very disenchanted by him. And she will want so much more than this provincial life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there you have it.
There's our breakdown of Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. Not a great relationship. The lore is also a bummer. Mm-hmm. And... there you go. Okay. Well, thanks for sitting through a little bit of hot Disney summer.
Bye.
Bye.
And now a word from our sponsor, Chaz James from Premier Real Estate Services.
Once our offer has been accepted, the next step is going through what's called the inspection phase. Now, you don't have to have an inspection, but I strongly suggest you get an inspection because the inspection is for you. During that phase, we can negotiate. We can do some different things during that bit. And once we are able to close the inspection phase, the next phase is pending financing.
Okay.
So if you're going straight cash, this phase is really short, and this is where title in the background is doing their work, and they're putting things together for you, make sure that you're, clear title, and we're not going to get into the minutia of it, but the white flag, so to speak, is clear to close. That means that your financing is done, you've gotten your insurance and stuff taken care of, title has cleared everything, and then we move on to the closing phase, and then you're able to close and the home is yours. It usually takes about 30 days to get. Make sure that all of the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So, hello world, I'm Chaz James with Premier Real Estate, Minnesota's favorite West Indian realtor. I want to be your real estate hype man.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Love Story Podcast.
Be sure to leave us a rating and review and subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes.